range, I just got a 6-4. Give me West fuels. Bitch till 2020, boy, I got the best fuels. Make a woman wanna give me skin like Deadpool. Cooped out early Bruce Wayne with the McMuffin, the flash stand. Walking when the boy press this button. Call it what you want, homeboy, but I'm big stunting. If I hulk out, your baby mama gon' miss something.
Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment.
Somewhere where you can find some introspection, where it's just us, some bias and not to suggest it. Tune and discuss some bias and true to opinions. If you got questions on your mind, you're welcome to mention. Let's say your favorite chases bullets, moving at the speed of sound. Takes a bow before they pull it, then he leaps a single bound. Look, up in the sky, his insignia and cow. What's your favorite neighborhood? Web swinger on the prowl. Then dial the collective. Word. To get some melanin perspective. Blur. Left it fell first to know you get the proper amount served. Whatever you prefer, brought live and unrehearsed.
Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment.
It's like a quick lick of the fingertip, the page, you gotta turn it. The graphics tend to pop out and excitement starts to churn it. Now I might be a little geeky, but feel me, when I'm surrounded by the Blerd Gang, I'm keeping it G. Twisted plots, interwoven multiverses and shit souped up. Omega level, skipping planets, avenging, oh God. I'm kinda low-key, but somewhat of a riddler. Keep a Hawkeye on that big three, bang that King Kong like Godzilla.
Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment.
You know what time it is. What's good, mate? Baby, stop what you're doing right about now. It's time for the Blerd Gang, exclusively here on the Immaculate Network. What we do here, talk about content, IP, all that good stuff, movies, TV, streaming shows from a melanated perspective. Man, I'm your host, Joe Biggs. With me as always,
Young Dro in the house.
You know what I'm talking about? Willie Mac, man, the chair in the house, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
man, we gonna get right into it. A lot of stuff been going on in the news, you know what I'm saying? A lot of leaks. I want to hop right into it. John Campia, you know, a fellow YouTuber, you know, he pretty popular out there, you know what I'm saying? He dropped some photos on Twitter and said, "Are these real?" You know what I'm saying? Turn comes to find out they were real photographs from the set of Spider-Man. If you ain't ready for leaks, you on the wrong show. Because we about to get on the spoilers. Yeah. You second guessed me.
I was like, how verified are these?
Right.
Because I don't know. That first one looked too easy to put in. Charlie Cox just sitting at the table.
But if you look at it, it's the same picture from the trailer. The lamps are the same. All the background settings. And
everybody was like,
no, that wasn't his arm on that scene. That wasn't his arm on that scene. No, it wasn't.
Was that arm not wearing a gray suit?
No, it was a white shirt.
Oh, okay.
It's a police hour. He was in he was in a police investigation.
Facts.
Yeah. And so the other one shows all three Spider-Man together. And some feel like John Campea was trolling, saying like, "Do you guys think the photos are real?" What you guys think? I mean, did it get you more excited seeing those photos?
I didn't see the photos. I'm just
you
hearing
want me to show you right now?
about them. Yeah, I just saw y'all talking about them.
I'm not gonna lie. Tobey Maguire don't look like he there.
Hey,
It's a different.
if you haven't seen him,
am I tripping?
He
He
don't
don't look like
if
he
you've
there.
seen him, but you got to understand this is during the VFX process, so all the VFX haven't been done on these
they
photographs.
could be trying to de-age him some, and they could
They could be doing the outfit. You know what I'm saying? They could do a lot of stuff to where still the VFX are still getting done.
with Charlie Cox, Daredevil sitting at the table.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Now that looks. You think that looks fake?
That's what I told you. That looked too easy to just.
Both
pop
of them
in
are
there.
verified though. They're
By
both
who?
Marvel. Everybody, bruh, get online. Have you not seen the
I've been
reactions
busy.
from this?
Listen, I've been
Bruh,
busy.
get
I'm in
online.
school all
Get
motherfucking
online.
day.
They are going berserk on the amount of leaks. That's why I remember Doctor Strange 2 was doing some reshoots and whatnot because of the amount of leaks. Now we're getting these excessive amount of leaks from Spider-Man 2.
Hey, if this is real, son, I love Tobey.
Holland's trying to deny it. Holland's saying no, you know what I
Which
mean?
makes me believe it more because he's the worst
No, he's
motherfucker to believe.
What are they going to say? Garfield and Witchcom have been denying it the whole time,
Yeah.
but they've been seen in the areas where they're shooting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's common
yeah.
sense at this point. Like, come on, man. It's been told several leaks, and there's supposed to be even more pictures out there.
This could be the greatest movie of all time.
I don't know. I feel like stealing from
God.
another movie we're gonna get into later, My Hero Academia. I feel like Tweets in the
house.
building. What's good with it, baby? Look, you ain't on your job, man.
No, listen, I was showing the pictures.
Ain't no excuses. It's accountability over here,
it's
man.
a job, all right? We do it for fun, but we trying to organize it up for you. You know what I'm saying? Jump in the chat.
It's going down.
Man, if you got a question, feel free to ask your questions in the
Or
chat.
an opinion, because
or an
Tweets
opinion.
be having some valid points on some shit.
Now, if you're part of our group on Facebook, go to the group Blerd Gang, our fan page, follow there. Tweets is known for having the leaks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give her props. I'm going to give her flowers.
Tweets
you know
with
what I'm
the
saying?
leaks, if you will.
Tweets with the leaks. You know what I'm saying? That might be a little element to the show we might have to incorporate. You understand me? But I'm excited for it. I just think it may be leading to like a critical mass to where all the movies are having to have so many different elements into them. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My whole thing is, I'll be glad, honestly, when Sony takes Spider-Man back. I love Spidey in the Marvel Universe. I think he can visit every blue moon, every 5 years or so, check in on him. But I want to see something. I want to see Spider-Man do his Spider-Man shit.
That
You know
would
what
be
I'm
cool.
saying?
I'm
Without
with that.
Tony Stark having to build all of his shit. And I think it's dope to see other Spider-Man.
Yeah, Sony's
Imagine
still
when they
involved.
sit around and Andrew Garfield is showing them that he made his web
Hey,
shooter.
Toby gonna
Even
be
though
like,
Toby
what the
did.
fuck is that?
No, what about when they see old boy
When he
and
come
he,
out of his
yeah.
arm, shit. Hey, Tweet said they hyping Spidey up, but it's killing her because Sony is still doing it, right?
Yeah, but think about this, Tweets. The best Spider-Man movies have been made by Sony. You know what I'm saying? By far. Spider-Man 2.
1 and 2. 1 and 2 are fine.
1 and 2, but 2 is the epitome. That's
Yeah,
considered
yeah.
one of the best comic book movies of all time.
Yeah.
Then you got Enter the Spider-Verse. Man,
That was clutch.
that
Into
was
the Spider-Verse
was crazy.
crucial.
That was crazy. And those are two of the best that are, I love Homecoming. It bring the young Spidey bring tears to my eyes.
Yeah,
You know
I do
what I'm
love
saying?
seeing that finally.
Yeah, I love seeing the young Spidey, but Spider-Man 2, Enter the Spider-Verse.
Tweets, that's what Joe's here for. Just thanks for the clarification.
Yeah,
That's
no
what he's
doubt.
here for,
No doubt.
right?
Have some faith in Sony. They do certain things. They fuck it up too, but
I mean, because that trailer for Morbius
it looks pretty good.
looks pretty.
And they're going to do stuff that Marvel proper is not going to do.
And
They'll
that's
go
why,
darker.
when you said earlier about the critical mass thing, I'm hoping to kind of use this to let
blow it
Sony
up.
take off with some
Right.
shit. And then we can just kind of, and then like you said, he can bounce in here and there if it makes sense to bring him in.
Right.
Or fuck it, if you want to take control over one of the other Spider-Man and be like, look, we'll just have 2 Spider-Man. We know there's multiverses.
Right.
So y'all can have Tom, and we'll rock with fucking Andrew.
I don't know. I don't want to.
I don't really. I'm just saying.
Because Andrew has no relationship, and Andrew is under contract with Sony. None of them. Marvel owns nothing in regards to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? It's only on this mutual agreement that Sony is, allowing them to get down with.
Sony be dumb to not want to at least lend some sort of shit out to them always, so that they can be getting some sort of. Check
But you got to think about it. $1 billion movies are gone for right now since the pandemic.
Still,
you dig what I'm saying? But if the cut, you still got to give Marvel up. No. It ain't working like that. They're giving Marvel a percentage of their check. It's not like they're getting a check from Marvel like on that. You dig what I'm saying? So Marvel, and that's on the redeal, Marvel wanted a bigger chunk. You dig what I'm saying? So why give you a chunk of change when there's no promise of being $1 billion movie or making the amount of money that we're used to making?
And they're a
so
lot
now,
smaller
if I'm making $10, it's cool to give you $2. But if I'm making $5 and I give you $2, hold up, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's just with the numbers and everything.
It's a smaller production company, so I can see what you're talking about.
Plus, I want to see the neighborhood Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him battle his villains solely. It's on you. This kid trying to figure it out. Man.
You see, we're going the cosmic route anyways. So
Yeah, to me, Spider-Man ain't no cosmic villain, though. I mean, superhero.
That's what I'm saying. So it's fine if we veer away from
if you do Spider-Man like how DC does Batman, you feel me? They're comparable because they're the top 2 IP in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody knows them, and they have the best villain rogues gallery of any other heroes. Who the fuck can deal with Spider-Man and Batman's villains? They're the most known. They're the best known.
Who can give Spidey a run for his money, though?
As far as villains,
on the rogues gallery?
who?
Nobody?
Who? Name them. You tell me.
I'm
saying.
I have it on top of my head.
Who's better than Batman's rogue gallery?
Nobody
or Spider-Man? And Spider-Man is right next to it. I mean, you got Green Goblin, you got Kingpin, you got Dr. Ock, Venom. Come on, man. Carnage. Like, the Vulture. They made, even the corny ones is dope. You know what I'm saying?
It's kind of fire.
Bro.
There's somebody, though. There's got to be somebody.
That's what I was saying.
No, it ain't. It got to be.
If Trey was here, he would be like, hold on, because so-and-so has blah, blah, blah. Like,
but nah, it ain't. I challenge anybody to think.
Iron Man ain't got no good villains?
Hell no. That's the thing that I was trying to explain to you last week. Iron Man was a fucking cornball, bruh. Nobody was fucking with Iron Man like that. He had the genie in the bottle type where he was alcoholic, that storyline. But other than that, man, Iron Man, the Avengers was like weenies. Them was the leftovers. Marvel just made a marvelous meal out of the leftovers. You dig what I'm saying? Except for Hulk. Hulk had, but then Hulk ain't got no villains like that. Name a hero. They ain't got no iconic villains like that, bruh. It's just, that's just what it is. Who's Wolverine? Name a Wolverine villain. You name one. I can name a couple. Okay, name 2. But Magneto ain't no Wolverine villain. That's an X-Men villain. That's more tied with Charles Xavier and shit.
Omega Red? Omega Red fire.
Come on now. Who knows Omega Red? He been in movies. Motherfuckers ain't know who the fuck that was. And he's not exclusively. You're naming X-Men villains. I'm talking about where is the motherfucking Wolverine, and they're not popular like that. Who you gonna say next? Silver Samurai? Like, come on, bro. You arguing just to argue, man.
No, listen. It's not that I want to argue. I just am not well.
Who's the next? Why does it not make sense that Spider-Man's villain gallery or rogue gallery?
At this point, it's like
him and Batman are 1 and 2.
You don't want to hear me. Hear me. On Marvel side alone, it's like this. I know Jerry Rice the best receiver all the time.
Right.
I just want to hear who you think number 2 is. Because some people
I just told you number 2.
Some people might say T.O. Some people might say Randy Moss. Some people might say Larry Fitzgerald. No. So I'm like, who the fuck is at least trying to battle Spider-Man?
But it's not negotiable like that. That's not comparable. You dig what I'm saying? This is a 1 and 2 more so like to feed into people, even though I feel like MJ is number 1 by far, but like MJ and LeBron. You dig what I'm saying? It's more so it's close. It's not like 1 and then distant. Batman and Spider-Man are the most popular IP in the world. I mean
just Marvel. I don't even want to talk about DC because I don't see nobody fucking with Batman.
Who else in Marvel? You could put the whole X-Men. That's what I'm telling you. You're contesting me. You're contesting what I'm saying. I'm telling you that nobody else is even fucking close to Spider-Man. Well, X-Men as a group have some dope villains, but who knows they're
Looking
villains
like
like that?
secondary,
They don't
yeah,
know.
okay.
People are more so into the heroes than the
Hey, so
villains.
some of y'all writers out there might want to step up your game with some of these people. And
I mean, it's
introduce
just
some
hard. A
villains.
lot of times, what you're gonna do with a villain? Somebody that matches the power, somebody that contrasts the power. It's got to be that storyline behind it. You know what I mean? Lex Luthor don't have no powers, but he contrasts Superman so well, it makes sense. Same with Joker and Batman. You dig what I'm saying? You know, the only one.
But neither one of them got power.
Huh?
Right.
Batman don't got no power.
Yeah, but I'm saying Batman's about order, Joker's about chaos and anarchy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the opposite.
I was just taking a shot at Batman. And I love Batman. Outside of the show, guys, I fucking love
Man,
Batman.
get out of here, man.
But Joe
Y'all
love
just-
him more than me, so I got
I
to trip
just
him
like
up a little bit.
like breaking balls, man. You know what I'm saying? Moving on, other news. Marvel, it has leaked what they're gonna do on Wakanda Forever.
Has it?
Yeah, it looks like Shuri is gonna become the next Black Panther, but due to the actress, her name is slipping my mind right now, but
Letitia Wright.
Letitia Wright. She insisted that only be a temporary thing. So what we're gonna find out is that I'm gonna say Ndege Ocello, but that ain't her name. You know the girl that was his boo on there.
Yeah, with the little
She's
band
pregnant. She got a son. T'Challa's gonna have a son. His son is gonna eventually become the next Black Panther.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even mad at it.
Nah, to me that's a perfect
I ain't
solution
even
because
mad
it's like
at
you're
it.
kind of recasting, but not for purists like me saying no, Chadwick. You know what I mean? But you're giving another out to where okay, boom, you're following the comics with Shuri and everything. Then you have this child pop up who can be named T'Challa, who can. If you introduce the X-Men as youngsters, as you should, because they're all supposed to be teenagers, end up with Storm. This could be a different T'Challa than we thought. We thought it was this, and it's this other T'Challa. You dig what I'm saying?
That is a good way out of
That
that
what
shit.
if? You know what I'm talking about?
That is a good way out of there.
Yeah, and it's a sneaky
Marvel.
way to where you have T'Challa marrying Storm. You know what I'm saying? Without, disrespecting the memory of Chadwick Boseman, man.
Fact.
Other Marvel news, Eternals had a good opening weekend. Was it 70 or 71 million over the weekend? Although the reviews have not been good for Eternals, man.
You watched it?
We're gonna get into it. Let's give us your opinion on Eternals, man.
Finally.
So you want to run?
I did my homework and they didn't do theirs for once.
Stop it.
Can I get a little pat on the back? Listen, let me shut up. I was the pessimist last week. Right? We was touching on that a little bit before the show. Because I was like, man, we can't all just be too hype about this fucking movie. There's got to be some flaws, whatever.
Right.
I didn't take into account, like you said, COVID, we're not getting the big numbers or whatever, but I didn't take into account the audience they was going to pull in.
Yeah.
People who don't even fuck with Marvel movies was at the movie. Right, I went and saw it at the Vasca. There was a bunch of motherfuckers in the Vasca. I didn't know the Vasca was popping. Like, shout out to the Vasca. Okay, we watched it. Shout out to the kid right here, who everybody thought was Namor. Right, not fucking Namor, just some random ass kid.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I didn't think that was Namor.
You know, which was kind of
people
cool.
want to link everything so much.
Yeah,
man.
they're trying a little too hard there. The biggest thing I really want to touch on before I get into how I feel about the movie as a whole is that's how you fucking do a speedster on screen, son. They murdered it with her, son.
Yeah.
Murdered it. But the deviants were cool as fuck.
She's zipping though.
She's zipping, bro. The powers, how they were showing the powers were cool. The way that they played the storyline into like showing you where they been. You know what I'm saying? How? Because everybody's like, where the fuck y'all been? Well, they show you where they been. You know what I'm saying? They've just been chilling, doing that motherfucker making movies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in Bollywood,
he can't die, so he just his Bollywood thing is he's just the next person's son every time and shit. He's staying alive, and I mean, Cersei is dope, right? I didn't think Cersei was gonna be as dope as she was. I'm excited. The end credit scenes were fire. I'm excited for Black Knight. They gave you just enough of him in this movie because they're supposed to be either introducing him. What movie they said they're supposed to introduce him in? He's supposed to be seen in another movie coming soon.
You know the voice. The voice who told
No,
him.
yeah, that was
about
Blade.
it.
That was Blade, motherfucker, for sure.
That's probably gonna be his next appearance because it looks like Blade is gonna get together the Midnight Suns.
I'm so excited.
With Ghost Rider, Moon Knight.
Yes, I'm excited.
Black Knight.
Moon Knight's got the show coming. Okay, so I'm with that, right? So that shit was cool. The Well, I can't remember the name of the little one that doesn't grow up.
Sprite.
Sprite was kind of cool, right? A little twisted. The other end credit scene was fire.
Yeah,
There's two.
Yeah,
Stay
with
and
Star
watch
Fox,
it.
one of my
Star
favorite
Fox
characters.
showed up, right?
Son of Thanos.
Shout out to
Thanos' brother.
Brother, shout out to Patton Oswalt being the voice of the
Pip.
the little elf thing, Pip.
Yeah.
Listen, the movie is the visual effects are beautiful. They're taking you all over the place like we knew they would. Right?
Yeah.
They had to jump through time. They had to jump all over the world. I thought the movie was a lot better after I seen it than I thought it was gonna be. Watching just the previews and shit.
Tweet said, I loved it, but there was hella contradictions. But I think the story about the Celestials is all lies and will come out later. Cause Titan. That was my main issue. Thanos' lineage and Eternals. Well, this is the thing, Tweets, is in regards to Thanos. From the comics, there was a division in the Eternals. And some of the Eternals, including Thanos' father, left the planet and they took over Titan. And they had a race of Eternals there and grew up. Now, them being robots was retrofitted and whatnot. But some theories are saying that maybe when he got to Titan, manipulation of the genes or whatever, figured out a way to
some
have
theories are also
child.
saying, because remember when we got to Titan, it was destroyed, and he had to show Doctor Strange what it used to look like. Some
that a Celestial was born.
Was like,
right, a Celestial seed was erupted
planted
from
in
that.
there and
right.
then born out of that motherfucker.
Right.
So that was another dope little take on it.
Right. And Thanos' lineage could be that he is, organic being and not, a robot. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think they're going to go the robot route with Star Fox.
Well, if you look at the Deviants, Thanos alone has to be organic because he's got the deviant gene, and them motherfuckers start evolving. They're able to evolve and adapt to kill whatever their job. I think it was cool, bro.
But it depends on how they do it in here, because the thing was in the comics he was an Eternal born with the deviant gene. You dig what I'm saying? So it depends on how because they're not doing like a deviant.
They're gonna find a way because Star Fox looks like Star Fox. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't look purple. They're not trying to play into.
But
that.
he never did in the comics.
I know that, but I'm saying they're gonna have to explain it out because they're making him look how he's supposed to look.
Yeah.
So they're gonna explain it somehow.
Well, in the comics, Thanos, that's why he was an outcast, was because he was purple and the nutsack chin and all that.
Yeah.
His people looked like regular people, like Eternals. You know what I'm saying? Including his brother, Star Fox, his parents, all that shit. You know what I mean?
Tweet's got the big eyes on the shit. Shit.
So this is going to be an interesting way they can, other
can
concepts they
it.
can introduce.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it turned out cool. Some of the fights between the Deviants and fucking Icarus was fire.
I'm already
Icarus
felt
fire.
it in my soul.
Yeah.
You know what
Icarus
I mean?
fire,
Yeah,
son.
I felt it in my
Icarus
soul.
ready to bang with everybody. I seen
You
different
think he
references.
lived after flying into the sun? That was kind of on the nose. Icarus flying into the sun.
Listen, first of all, when that happened, I was like, is this the first suicide in a Marvel movie on screen? Because that's what the fuck it is, right? I was lost in the sauce. I'm like, why would they? But I seen somebody's theory saying that because they turned him into robots, we're going to see him come back, obviously, and be a little bit different, and maybe his memories are restored, because that's what they're doing too. Remember, he picked up, I don't remember, you didn't watch. He came and picked up the people that was left behind.
Yeah.
And so what he does, he stores their fucking memories. So Angelina Jolie, Thena, she's starting to have a mental break. Because you have thousands and thousands of years of memory, and you can only kind of hold so much. And if you don't die and get reset or whatever, then it's going to start breaking, right? And her man, I can't remember his name, the stocky little Asian Gilgamesh was like, don't worry, I'll take care of her, because she was starting to fuck up homies and shit, ready to bang with everybody. Her eyes cover like gray. She lost, homie. I forgot what they call it, but she is out of the ball game right now.
Yeah.
But her fighting scenes and shit was fire. So, nigga, the way she killed a deviant and that motherfucker.
I already told you Marvel hasn't missed yet, and I don't see why.
Man, and you didn't lie when you said it last week. They didn't miss.
I don't see why they gonna start that good.
According to the bigger public, it seems as though
everything.
This is the thing. It's not low for a regular movie. It's low for a Marvel movie. You dig what I'm saying? Which is good for a regular movie. Yeah. But you get that Marvel title on you.
She said though. She said she loves it because it leaves room for story to tell more story. Basically,
I dig what she's saying, but Tweets was also scared to comment in the group because everybody hated it. You know what I'm saying? It's like
she
real
says
talk.
Arson feels gave her the little Galactus feel.
Yeah, that definitely
That was
sets up
kinda cool.
Galactus. Because if you can accept the Celestials, you'll definitely be more
Now
accepting
you know
of Galactus.
so what happens is the Celestial that was about to be born,
Uh-huh.
right? Cersei was able to like turn him into stone or something. Right. And so this nigga's hand is already come out of the ocean. His head is halfway out of the water, right? A knee over here coming out. And they
How
always,
does that not affect
because it's out in the middle of the thing, right?
But it still should affect the planet. Throw us off
no,
orbit or
it's gonna
something.
fuck something up, and
Yeah.
Marvel's not gonna miss. Marvel's gonna be like, this is what sets off Atlantis or something. We're gonna see that show up, and we're gonna see that head or something
Atlantis.
again in a fucking movie, bro, for sure.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I heard
That was a big fucking disturbance. It's a Celestial being born, obviously. And like I said, a lot of it's already coming out of the fucking water, bro.
I also
I
heard
see shots of it with helicopters flying by like randomly in another movie.
they got leaks of Namor, pictures of Namor from the Black Panther set and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all kind of leaks that been going on. Yeah, I ain't seen them yet.
See, but that's a perfect way to bring out Atlantis.
Yeah.
He come to the surface.
You've
like,
already
what
got
the
the hints
fuck am I
already.
doing?
You know, the hints was already been thrown out there. Moving on, though, you know, another movie in the theaters I went and checked out this weekend, man. Shout out to Blerd Gang member Various, man. Went and caught My Hero Academia World Heroes Mission. Off the chain, as anticipated. Great movie. The elevation of their powers again. If you're not caught up on, go to Hulu, catch up on the series. I don't think the dubs is out, but the subs is out. So get your subtitle on. We thought this was dubbed. Went in there, had to get our read on. I needed a nap afterwards. Anytime I'm reading that long, I gotta take a nap.
Yeah.
But the only thing I hated about it being subtitled was missing some of the action. You know what I'm saying?
He says celestial juices out in the water.
You out alive.
Yeah.
Man.
Hey, that's that meme where Falcon's like, she's out alive, but she's right.
For real. But back to My Hero Academia, man. You catch up with the kids. I don't understand. Well, it kind of led up to it in the season where they're going out with mainstream heroes. There's a new organization that's called Human Rise, and it's for the upliftment of I think it's 20% of humans that are born without quirks, without powers, and how they're the minority, and how it's going to reach critical mass with these powers, and it's going to cause the world to be destroyed. You know, there's a certain theory in My Hero Academia that after so many years of so many people having powers, these powers are combining in new ways. You know what I'm saying? And we've seen this over the seasons, people getting more and more powerful. And these kids, like, on one, it's like a funny episode. They go and kind of work with these kids. But these kids' power levels are off the chain. You dig what I'm saying? They're 6 and 7 year old kids, but their power levels are just tremendous. You feel me? They catch a hard time like wrangling the kids in and handling them. And these kids got, some of them got bad attitudes and shit. Everybody gets a chance to kind of go to this superhero school, but everybody don't be a superhero. Some people drop out or don't make it through, and they're like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. You know what I mean? Or you have some that, some can't afford to go and are villains in the street and have to learn to use their powers. Like it's this one dude, Dobie, who controls fire. But he learned in the streets, so he like burnt up his body in a whole bunch of places. Half his body stitched back together with old flesh and, shit like that. Like, so My Hero, that's one thing I love about it. It goes places that most regular shit is not going to. It's going to be,
cool shit. Normally they would be like, okay, this person had the baby. This person's powers went to the baby.
Right.
Right.
And
then the grandkid maybe have gotten this person's power, but they don't be combining them like you saying.
They come the number 2 hero, who's the number 1 hero now, Endeavor. He was always like an asshole to his kids and everybody else because he was looking for his power is fire. So it messes him up internally a little bit, controlling the fire, and you have to vent someone. Like their powers be broken down, like to make sense. You feel me? One dude runs fast, but his family has just in their history. There's not maybe a combination of powers. It's just these engines. So you might have your engines in your back. His are in his calves. His brothers, I think, are in his back. but it makes him run fast. You dig what I'm saying? But he has to change out the gauges, the mufflers, to where to get more air in there to run faster. You dig what I mean? So everybody's powers is on elevation. But back to Endeavor, he was a dick because he wanted to find somebody to balance out his powers. So what's opposite of fire?
What?
Nah, cold. Ice.
Cold
You know what I'm
ice,
saying?
yeah.
So he gets with this ice chick and kind of just broke her down, trying to have kids. Like his first kid was like more pure ice. You know, his daughter was ice. And then he finally, on his third one, got a son that mixed the fire and ice balance. You dig what I'm saying? Because he wanted an elevated, and he wanted to make a son or a daughter who's the #1 hero. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, enforce his bloodline and shit like that. So, I mean, the levels on the powers is crazy. And
Hey, shout out to him being like, I'm looking for a genetic machine. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not out here just fucking these
Hey, he
hoes,
broke
bro.
her down. She in the like nut house and shit. Like, he had to step away. He tried to, you know, make himself more honorable and come back to his family and shit like that. And he saw that like they gonna do better without him, so he had to just step away from the family. Like, you know, y'all be happy, and I just, you know, I'm on my hero shit. You know what I'm saying?
I need to follow.
Yeah, the My Hero Academia is deep, man. And then how they elevate the levels here, and I was tripping out because usually in the cartoon, you know, it gets violent, but this shit, blood splattering everywhere. You know, our heroes that we love, been following for years, are getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, my boy Bakugo, man, he got, you know, he about didn't make it, and he cocky as hell, like how he do his powers and shit, and man, he about didn't make it. You know, old boy with the fire and ice, he damn near didn't make it. You know what I mean? About died. You feel me? Like, man, even Deku damn near died, the main character. Like, man, they out finishing like this and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dragging bodies and shit. So it was an excellent movie if you're a fan of anime, if you're a fan of My Hero Academia. You definitely don't want to miss this. It's still in theaters right now, limited viewings, so you can still catch it, especially if you're local to the area in the 580. Check it out at Patriot 13, man. My Hero Academia. Keeping it in the anime realm, Netflix has been fucking killing it, man. They combining on this one. It's kind of a little bit of the video game League of Legends. I'm sure you guys heard of that. And this one is called Arcane. We got the trailer for that. Arcane. Yeah, this looks interesting. It definitely looks interesting, man. I don't know too much about the backstory other than.
Yeah, I started it last night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
What-
didn't get that far into it.
How many episodes you into?
I'm just into the first episode. I literally started.
Okay,
last
okay.
night, you know what I mean? Got like 15 minutes in.
It just came out last night, didn't it?
No, I think it was been out for like probably about 3-4 days. I
Okay,
think.
okay. Then it must have came out Friday.
Yeah. But yeah, it's fairly new, and the graphics on it is crazy. You know what I mean? The animation on there is next level, and it does look exactly like a video game on some parts of it.
Look at that. I like the animation.
The animation is
The animation is cold.
You know what I mean?
Man, there's so much. I love that it's just, you know, there's so much
Look at
and
his
so
eyes.
many. Every episode we can't cover just how much content that there is out there right now.
Yeah.
You know, for everyone that we hit, there's some I'm sure that we're not. You know, just like Bad Batch, you know, came out with their series,
Man, we need to
the
get-
Visions.
We need
you
to
know,
get like polls going. And
On
put
what?
put it on Facebook and be like, if there's something that y'all damn sure don't want left out of the episode, because
Right.
it'd be so much shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes we don't touch something.
we usually go with the most popular, the most talked about
But man, look at this
things.
shit.
If I see some stuff in the group, you know, and people are really talking about it, definitely follow up with that.
That shit is dope.
The
Yeah,
animation
it's just
is
something
fire.
different, and I love them being experimental with the animation styles.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's a crazy style right there, man.
Yeah, that's ill.
They picked that. That's a straight video game right there, man.
That shit
Yeah.
is
When it
dope.
cuts to
I'm
the
telling
story
you.
scenes and all that.
That's the whole
That
thing
is
that make you be like, I gotta see that, man.
Yeah,
It's like when I first seen the trailer for Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And the way that they had it put together, and I liked the animation. I was like, man, I need to get fuck the storyline looking like. I'm trying
And
to see this.
I loved Marvel What If, but when you got shit animation like this,
But that's
it's
what I'm saying.
like,
But you gotta think about it,
man.
they've had animation like this. Think of Beowulf.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? The
Oh,
Beowulf.
when Beowulf
But
came
this
out,
is
Beowulf
much
was-
better
but,
than-
But look how Beowulf looked at that time. You know
It
what
was
I'm
next
saying?
level.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think they was real people fucking around looking at that screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, would they been able to do it? I don't know why they don't. I guess it's
expensive,
a money
yeah.
some money
Because that's some money. This right here looks expensive. It looks rich.
Look at that. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Look at how they got
it. We know how much video games cost.
It costs a good chunk of change, man. Other news too, real quick before I hop back on to wrapping up these shows. They're talking about Henry Cavill coming back as Superman. I also heard that Marvel been getting at him about a possible role, so I don't know.
Okay, so if he came to Marvel, what would you want to see him play?
They were talking about him as Captain Britain.
But what would you think?
Me?
If Marvel called Joe,
Captain Britain would be dope. Though.
Joe, we got Henry.
But he's not really Brian Braddock to me from the comics. But I think he could pull it off.
Let's just say Captain Britain's already got. We saw the show, Joe. Captain Britain's already gone, but we got Henry. Who should we put him as?
Henry Cavill.
Because he got size on him.
You know, just off top, not even thinking too deep about it, I probably would go with him as, man, Tweets reading my mind. Tweets going to say that. Hyperion. That's probably who I'd have him be.
Oh, I just love
because it's kind of a twist on Spider-Man on Superman.
Yeah.
And it'd be kind of the evil Superman.
That'd be so funny to see him play like the opposite version of a Superman.
But then that might be too on the nose.
Speaking of, shout out to the shots, or not the shots. I mean the shout outs to Superman all throughout the Eternals. I mean, he told Icarus, the black dude told Icarus, like, should I call you Clark now? Because someone was like, oh, he shoots laser beams out of his face. He looks like Superman. I mean, they say the nigga name.
So is that supposed to be Superman?
Nah, it's kind of like, I guess, one of the Marvel answers to Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but they said that Marvel
DC
always
Marvel. That's Chloe Zhao, the director.
They always do that in animated movies sometimes too, where they say each other's characters.
More so in the comic books than in the animation.
But they did it on screen. So
I don't like that shit.
Multiple times.
I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit because in the comics it's fleshed out enough. There's enough to understand because they always refer to DC as our distinguished competition. So it's always a running inside joke. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're in on the inside joke. In the movies, they ain't got time to establish all that. So why the fuck is you got Batman's name in your mouth or Superman name in your mouth? This is Marvel over here. I mean, for real.
Joe, tell them how you really feel, Joe. Tell them how you really feel.
The only thing Joe was missing was a banana.
I don't like that shit. I don't like this shit.
I don't like that shit. Yo!
Did not like that shit.
Man, shout out to Tweets. She got another great suggestion. Gladiator. I like to see him. Nah, that's kind of obvious too. Gladiator, I like that a lot. But Beast would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Let me see his intellectual side. He beast out and do that. Was more so like him in Mission Impossible. You know what I mean?
You heard they're casting for Agent Venom. For like a TV show or something. What's the name of the dude that's Agent Venom?
Flash is supposed to be him then.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be casting for him. It should be Flash.
Oh, okay.
Flash goes to war, gets his legs blown off, and, gets the Venom symbiote. He goes into a government program.
I just knew I heard something about Agent Venom supposed to pop up somewhere.
It would make sense, but to me, you got to age up the characters and allow them to, you know what I'm saying? Now you're bringing Spider-Man with the Venom symbiote. Now, moving forward, you can have them graduate. And now Flash is gone for a movie, then comes back, and you can do the whole Agent Venom. He went to war, Middle East, he came back, he hit a...
likes your Beast
suggestion. Yeah. I just think that, because I was like, him playing Superman, he was the first Superman we kind of saw exert the powers and fight and stuff like that. So what would be the opposite of that? Showing a character showing the intellect, and then plus show the physicality, plus him being English and all that shit, which Beast isn't English, but it gives a certain classiness and intelligence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you hear me? And he's big enough to where you beast mode and you all this blue fur, but then you still got the glasses and you What are we doing over here?
Yeah,
You know
we
what
can
I
hang
mean?
out, you know, but I'll fuck you up if I need to.
Cause Marvel loves some fucking scientists. I swear, everybody
Man,
damn scientist.
Hey, I seen somebody recommended the main dude from Peaky Blinders to play Dr. Doom. What do you think about that?
Nah, he ain't giving me enough. He ain't giving me enough. Plus, he's too
right now, I haven't seen
thin.
anybody yet.
It could work, but give me Doom. I want that jawline. I want that intellect. I want that that Doom.
Who the fuck
Doom to
plays
where
Victor
Doom is
Von
like the
Doom
ultimate
right now?
alpha, like that cocky
I'm not
dude.
mad at the last dude that played Doom. He's too old now.
Yeah,
you know, it's a different time
He
or
was
whatever.
perfect as far as looks and everything like that, but the writing was terrible. Who I would love as Doom and who should be Doom was what's his name on Doctor Strange? Silius. Mad Maxson.
Oh, the first dude who came to steal the piece of the scroll and his eyes was already fucked up because he was
Yeah, that's Doom. Have you ever seen him on Hannibal?
Oh, that is him, isn't it?
Yeah, man, him. That's fucking Doom. Give me
Hannibal's a good show.
I don't want no English motherfucker. I want an Eastern European motherfucker to represent Doctor Strange and come with that Latvian shit. That's proud of their shit. You ever meet like a Rome what they call Roman gypsies and Eastern European people that's from them little countries? They be proud as fuck as them little countries, and there's a certain confidence that comes with that. That's why I want an actor like Mads or which Mads can't do it. But
who Tweets was talking about, but she said Mr. Sinister. And she said, I swear I want him and Morph in an X-Men movie.
Why Morph? I'd love to see Mr. Sinister in the movie. Now, Superman dude would be dope as Mr. Sinister.
Is that who she's saying?
I
Henry?
think so. Yeah, Henry Cavill as Mr. Sinister. I could see that. I could see that. But does he have like the flirtiness of the recent Mr. Sinister? You know what I'm saying? Because recently they made Mr. Sinister where he jokes, he'll turn into a woman and shit. There was a Mrs. Sinister, you know what I'm saying? Like all kind of, he be wild. There's multiple Sinisters though. There's multiple Mr. Sinisters. So
stupid.
And Morph,
I don't even know the fuck.
I don't even know how you a Morph fan like that. Like where that even come from? That's I mean, I'm just saying, who's a Morph fan? Who asked for
Morph? I don't
Morph?
know who that motherfucker is.
Man, you might as well go with Darwin over Morph. You know, they got kind of, well, I guess not similar. Morph can use other people's powers. Like he had the original Five's powers and shit. You know what I mean? He supposedly died, then some say he wasn't, and he came back, he got all these, kind of like Doctor Strange, the evil Doctor Strange, when he absorbed all that shit. He's all like that, with wings and this and that, and you know what I'm saying? Beast arms and the optic blast from Cyclops. Oh, the cartoon. Okay, he wasn't even on that many episodes. Hell.
You know, Tweets like that crazy shit. Man.
Yeah.
You know,
but I'm more interested in like a Darwin. That would be interesting. But y'all know on the X-Men what I want to do, man. Take it back to the original class. Let me build with them from kids on up. So then when I see them in the movie and they're 20. I'm like, this my nigga. Yeah. That's my nigga. Hold up, you don't know. Gene used to fuck with Angel a little bit on the side. You understand me? Yeah. But you know they ain't never told Cyclops don't know. So keep that. And then she meets
real Cyclops.
I want to see the leader. I want to see him groomed by Xavier to be the leader of the X-Men.
That character needs a good ass actor,
bruh. I don't even have my cat. I'll put it up in Blerd Gang back in the day.
Put it up.
No, it's up there. It's been up there. You just gotta go find it.
You know how deep Blerd Gang's files go?
You got the search. You can do the search. Just put X-Men. You know what I'm saying? And it'll come up on there. But I did a casting. Like I had Jean Grey as my girl off of Blackish and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because to me in the comics. And I don't know how we got on this conversation, but Jean Grey is always a balance, especially when she was early on and her powers were limited. Her biggest power was all of them wanted to fuck her. Even Professor X. Yeah. Professor X wanted to fuck her. Cyclops. Beast wanted to, but he is on some, she never fuck with a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a beast. You know, Iceman didn't because he was a jit. You know, he a young boy. But Angel, all of them. You know what I mean? And she kind of flexed that power in a certain type of way that if you go back and read the old, the old comics, and then for her to grow up and get sexually assaulted and all this shit and raped for 2 years, captured and all this shit, and then get the Phoenix, like,
but they're not
to
gonna
get
portray that though in a Marvel.
They could. Why they did it not in the movie? You do those set up on the Disney series, just like Jessica Jones. Remember the first season of Jessica Jones with Purple Man? That was some fucking Netflix. Psychological shit. Yeah, that was.
That was Netflix.
But that's the limitation of Marvel. Because to get into, you're going to have to get into them dark corners. That's some of your best writing right there.
I don't understand why Disney can't just be like, hey, y'all can have that.
Because they Disney. Disney. They on some family shit. And them hitting 4 quadrants, they going to eat. They going to continually eat. It's about their money, man. Yeah. But I'd love to see them develop the X-Men properly, take your time. So then, boom, when you come with the all new, all different, the casual fan will be like, ooh, Wolverine, blah, 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 blah. But we've been building up with these people the whole time, and we know that, oh, shit, they done got captured and shit. Cyclops barely made it back from Krakoa, and Charles Xavier done had to get a whole new team to rescue these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Like a cliffhanger from an end of a season be answered in the movie.
That's what I just said. What are you talking about? That's literally what I just said, nigga.
But I forgot. Like that from
because you're not a comics head.
Yeah, that's
in the comics, when Wolverine and Storm and Colossus, and when the international team got introduced, it was because the old team got captured on Krakoa.
Oh,
you dig what I'm saying? Okay. So they put together a team to go rescue the old team.
Got you.
So I'm saying, boom, they do the series. We get familiar with the original 5. Then on the original movie, we see this 5 are grown. They're older. We get this new group. Professor X is going up because everybody's familiar with the X-Men. They don't need no origin story, no shit like that. Yeah. Not in that manner. But to connect to the bigger, because to do Phoenix right, you got to be connected to Jean. You got to feel that hurt when Cyclops, going through and when she dies and, when she get, however they handle like the sexual manipulation or whatever. You dig what I'm saying? To me, that would be the way to do it because you're going to need time to grow with that character. And if you take her, she's like 20 now. And she, by the time she's 25, 26, and you like, no, Jean, you know what I'm saying? And when they get rescued, we see, boom, and then you're starting off the movie with a rescue mission, him getting Wolverine, him getting Storm, him getting all these people together. Boom, they rescue him. Now we see these people like, oh, they're going off and doing their own thing. Cyclops stays. The rest of them pretty much leave and go off and do whatever. But when they come back in other movies, we've already got familiarity with them. You dig what I'm saying? So when they pop up in the future, it's like, oh, Beast is back. Oh, what's up? What's up, Iceman? Oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? What y'all been up to? So, that's my idea to kind of link it. And then in the movies, you could do the big stories because in between, you're doing the little stuff. Then you can introduce Rogue and have her take Captain Marvel's powers and become more powerful and be evil Rogue at first. Take the powers, go crazy and shit, develop that in a series on Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? You could go through a lot of these storylines and then have the big, the Phoenix saga. You can have the saga when Charles Xavier gets called out in outer space with the Shi'ar Galaxy and Lilandra and all that shit, man. You could, man. Anyways.
Feige.
Continuing with space, though. We gonna get into one of my favorite new shows, man. Hope it's one of yours. Yeah, I went on a blurred tangent. Long blurred tangent. But Foundation, man. Foundation. Fellas, what are our thoughts? Now, we know you playing catch up, Joe.
I'm still a pup in the game, but I'm loving every step of it so far, man.
What you liking about it, man?
I just love the storyline, like how somebody... It's kind of like when I started to fuck with Star Wars, and I'm like, damn, somebody just thought about this shit, bro, and this intricate story. It's like I look at this shit and the way they got the clone in different stages of his life and shit. The way you can't touch the fucking space station shit that was from the ground to in space, bro. You understand? Like, what the fuck? Who thought of this shit? Like, obviously, whatever. But I'm saying, like, that's what's got me hooked in it. The visuals are beautiful. Like, the show is well put together.
Yeah, it's a nice show.
It's got a good budget. It must.
It has a swell budget.
It must.
Yeah.
I mean,
Man. Oh yeah. The budget is out of there.
Race
It's
though,
massive.
man.
Apple,
What
you
is
dealing
it?
with
What's his
Apple?
name? What's his name? Not Race.
Yeah, Race.
Is
It
it
is
Race?
Race. Yeah.
Race though. I've only seen him in two things.
That's-
He always make me feel.
He makes an impact.
Of course he does.
I'd love to see him in the MCU. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
who.
I don't know,
Captain
but I like him, huh?
Captain
Here
Britain.
you go. I don't know who
You
I'd
can
have
see
him
him
as.
as a teenage Groot.
Nah, let me see. I'm gonna think about that. Or I put him in DC. Let him be Black Lightning or something. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Why
He's
not?
tall and lanky.
So what? Black
If
Lightning.
anything-
Black.
If anything, he's a grown-up, tall-ass Miles Morales.
But in the fucking comics, fucking Jefferson Pierce was an Olympian. What are you talking about?
Oh, I was
Lanky goes with it.
Yeah, he'd be a dope
Okay.
ass Miles. Yeah, he'd be a dope ass Miles.
He's too old for Miles.
Man, but
An older Miles.
Older Miles, like how you was talking about the X-Men.
But the comics, we ain't even got there in the comics. There
Yeah,
is no
that's what I'm
older
saying. Now
Miles.
We in the movie world. That's what I'm saying.
Some
You
don't
already
give a
know
fuck.
those are
That's-
totally different things.
I just think it fits the character to
But
see
you
him
know
as
those are
they're
two totally
intended.
different things. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? As far as literature versus
But that's what
animation.
this is based on. It's based on the IP. I can see.
Base.
Yeah, it's
Just like
based.
you can make your gumbo how you want to, but this is how you make your roux every single
Okay,
time.
listen,
You know what
I ain't even going to go on the age. It's important as Miles Morales' character that he is he's Afro-Latino.
American.
You know, he's Afro-Latino.
Afro-Latino.
So he needs,
Puerto Rican and
he has to have the
But
Puerto
anytime
Rican.
you black, you African American. Period.
No,
You
but
got
no,
any
he's
black
Afro.
man. I feel it.
But he's
a nigga.
no. It's still.
No,
I'm not
we
saying he's
understand
not a
that.
nigga.
But
You're
in the
missing my
comics,
point.
he
He
embraces
has to
both sides of
represent.
it.
I understand that, and this guy that right from Foundation can make me believe that he may have
No.
a little bit of Spanish.
That's
on his
terrible.
side. He can
Matter
make
of
me
fact,
believe
we're
that.
going to have a poll.
He can
We
make
need
me
to have
believe
a,
that.
no, but
Yeah.
you know in Hollywood, representation is everything now. So
Yeah.
they going to be like, why y'all ain't get somebody who's...
Why y'all ain't get a dark
Nick.
Latino who can
Right,
play the role?
right.
White people
plenty
ain't
of
gonna care.
Latinos black
White people
as
gonna
Joe.
be like,
But
"Just make 'em black."
it's
Maybe
not
that's
even
it.
the white people. It's going to be a lot of comic nerds because it's integral to his character.
Well, it's true. I can understand the nerds.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the powers that be ain't gonna give a fuck though.
I just don't think they'll
Long
do
as
it.
it's a minority.
I just think it'd be
They'll
smarter to
damn near
keep it a
put
kid.
They'll near put a Puerto Rican on there and be done, a full-blooded Puerto Rican, and say, you know, this is it.
Why, when you can go find you an original star, develop him yourself,
I'm not racist.
sign him cheap, and then reboot because Miles Morales hasn't made it. Shit, the boy's still, what, 13 in the comics? 15?
Yeah.
He's a kid. He's,
Yeah.
you know what I'm
We
saying?
just saying, we just hoping and wishing.
To me, that's
Listen,
like,
he's
you
gonna
know,
be a big deal to the Latino community because we don't have nobody as superhero wise that we can look to and be like,
Y'all
that's
do got
us.
some superheroes.
Who?
I forgot. I looked it up.
Exactly.
I looked it up.
Blue
Exactly.
Beetle coming. Jaime Reyes is
Yeah,
coming.
Blue Beetle coming. Okay, who else?
Y'all had one. I forgot who it
Who?
was.
So shut up then. He ain't finna be black. Alright, you got the whole Black Panther universe going on there. Everybody finna be Black Panther for a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure Miles got a little fucking Puerto Rican
Because
in him, all right?
your heritage is important to your daughter. She's
Facts.
you know, and that's important for her to see. Hey, Miles is just like me. He got the
Thank
same. You dig what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And to cut
I
that
make
out,
sure my daughter
Until-
embraces both sides of who she is.
Yeah, until she jump off the tree trying to spider swing. Yeah.
that's to me
Long
like,
as you
I don't
love
know.
me 3,000, my nigga. That's it. You feel me? 3,000.
Back to foundation.
Back to foundation. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Y'all are caught up though. I'm not. So
Willie,
talk about it, but
what
don't
are
fucking
your
don't stay too
thoughts?
long.
Nah,
It hurt.
shit, we gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel bad for the little light skinned girl. I feel bad for her because I would have thought he cared more. He had more of her.
The
best
dude, what the
interest.
fuck? What?
Yeah. I would have thought he had more of her best.
Then
interest
she
in
discovered the
mind.
powers. Like, go ahead, man.
Yeah.
You see, I'm trying to get answers. I need you to,
Yeah,
man. Do you
I'm
got
gonna
any
turn it over.
ideas,
I'm gonna turn
man?
it on over. But you know, I feel like these women are going to collide at some point, right? Because what will be the significance of her going to sleep? Wasn't it like 30 years?
100 now. Oh, 35 the first time. Now it's 130 something.
So what's the significance?
Who's
there has to be significance to every single thing.
Right.
Everything means something. The little light
You
skin
missed
girl.
it. She went to sleep on the first episode.
Yeah.
She's sleeping. I've been asking where that bitch is. I'm like, where?
She about to pop up the next episode.
So when he put her in the thing, that put her to sleep.
Yeah, they put her in to sleep. It's bro, you don't
he shot her in
understand
the
space
face.
travel.
I shooting her somewhere.
No,
She
in
can't
space
get away.
travel, this
It takes
is
years and
basic
time,
space sci-fi. It takes years to travel. So just like in Dune, remember they had those ships that they squash space time to travel faster. But in other sci-fi, to do that, they'll put people asleep and you could travel slow, or you could do like Empire and do other ways of traveling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but most people have to go because remember when they were traveling, they had those adapted people with the long necks and shit.
She woke up and shit. And they were
Right,
like,
and she woke up because she got some special shit with her. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
okay, so when Ray put her in the pod,
that wasn't the plan though. Race fucked up the plan because he loved her. Oh boy, didn't count. Seldon didn't count on love, and love threw off the whole plan.
The whole deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To where you see them get into it in the end, to where they actually literally go.
okay, stop, because I'm gonna get there. Yes,
You ain't gonna get it until you watch it. You ain't gonna get
It's
it.
the land of the spoils anyway.
You can't come to spoil the
Hey, you know who's laughing somewhere right
Eternals
now? Tristan
You know
is
what I'm
laughing
saying?
somewhere right now because he don't even have to be here for me to get shit spoiled from me.
Yeah, that's every week. You know we gonna spoil some shit. You gotta stay current, baby.
But let's get back to this foundation. Now,
Yeah.
this chick, that's what I'm saying. That's the most confusing part to me. Like, she's a main character in this show.
Right.
You know
And
what I'm
barely
saying?
in the show.
And so they finna put you to sleep for 100 more years.
Right.
Where you finna end up at? See, the thing I haven't been paying attention to.
She went to her
is
home
the
world.
dates. I understand that.
Yeah,
But the thing I haven't been paying attention to is the dates. Because I don't know if they're popping up in the bottom of the screen or the right of the screen, like whenever they go to switch over.
Right.
If they are putting up the dates, I think that's very important to start looking at because I believe that the young light-skinned girl, the younger girl, I feel like she was in a time way more in the past than where they were at. Because look,
No.
I just feel like that because where is she going for another 100? What's gonna be going on?
Oh no.
Here?
I thought you was talking about somebody else. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you was talking about the warden.
Yeah, so I'm saying no, not the warden.
Yeah.
I feel like the warden's in the future. I feel like the warden.
That's the present.
Well, the
it's hard to say. You know. Yeah.
I feel like old girl, although all
Damn,
this stuff is her president going, I feel like
No, she came to the present after that 35 years. When the ship got her,
no, that's what
that
I'm
was
saying,
that
but
was
now
supposed
this
to
100,
be.
I feel
Now
like
we don't know where she's going. But you got to
and she might
understand.
hit that timeline
No,
with old girl.
this story jumps hundreds of years, thousands of years in the book. So it's not like you get attached to somebody, that don't mean they're gonna be around, bro. It'll jump 100, 1,000 years and
No,
have
I'm saying, I feel like that timeline is gonna kind of meet after the 100 years. You don't feel like that?
No,
You
I
don't
think
feel like
I
these
think
two
she's
ever
gonna go.
meet each other. This is gonna be two totally.
I think unless
separate stories.
the warden gets sent out in the spaceship, I don't think it is because I'm trying to remember the book. But anyways, she's gonna safeguard the actual foundation.
Yeah.
And them rebuilding. You dig what I'm saying? So her going back to her home world, I think she's gonna go there and become. Oh, sorry. I
gotta talk to
look at
Tweets
that.
here because y'all want something like
I think she's gonna go that 135 years in the future, and I think she's gonna probably hit the second crisis. Remember, they're hitting the first crisis right now.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
I think then she's gonna hit the second crisis, and we're gonna see more of the fall of the empire and shit like that.
Okay,
you know what I'm
now
saying?
let's get the Empire ass.
Yeah.
He pulled that. He did.
Yeah, he did that. Nigga, when he fell to that knee, that other knee was close, boy. Look at Yeah.
So I'm saying Empire did that, right?
Yeah.
He kept his word.
Hey, you see how he lied though?
Yeah.
That nigga ain't got no soul. That nigga ain't got no soul, baby.
But it was so dignified how he handled old girl.
Yeah.
I really dug that from Empire. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, Empire has a little class. You know what I'm saying? Because he had this.
I gotta catch
She was
the
big.
fuck
She was
up.
big, cuz like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But then you know what
Trey
happened.
said
You
we're
know
probably
what
not
I'm
gonna see Gail until season 2.
You're right, Trey. I think we're not going to see Gail until we jump ahead into, the future, the 135 years. Unless somebody intercepts her, it would be interesting if her ship gets intercepted, remember the ship is leaping.
Yeah.
The ship is leaping.
Yeah, right now.
And then,
That's
that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
that.
She's not going to go at you.
saying
Look,
that.
it just hit. Hey, you got another one of them, nigga? Yeah. But listen, remember on the ship in the cradle, you had to have predictive. Remember it connect in the back of the brain that the warden was trying to connect.
Yeah.
It ain't for the warden to connect, it's for Gail to connect. She gonna be able to jump the ship around because remember they shown she can predict like the future. Mm-hmm. You feel me? How she?
But the warden can too.
Nah, she's like empathic. She do like empath. She can like read you and shit. Yeah, kind of like the Ben and Gesserit a little bit. Yeah,
but I know at some point
it's like probability and shit.
These two are going to meet. They're not going to keep it separate like that. I feel like there's some significance to both of them together. Mm-hmm. Not one individually, but both of them together. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for that. To me, this.
Can you imagine both of them in control of that ship? Man, what would they do?
You know what I mean? But she needs some backup. They need to get somewhere and get a team.
But they got old boy. They could have the boys. Huh?
Trey says she's a spacer.
She's Spark
Spacer. Who? Which one? It couldn't be Gail. I don't think Gail's Spark Spacer.
The warden, I think, is who.
But we know both of their parents. We know both of them haven't been modified. Neither one of them have been modified like a spacer. He got to be talking about Gail. But she hasn't been modified, so I don't know. Man. I don't know. I'm loving Foundation, man. It's outstanding, man. If you're not watching, it's on Apple TV. If you don't have Apple TV, get it or get you a Fire Stick, baby. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's worth the watch. It's worth the time, the hour of your time, well spent. Great storytelling, great story. Beautiful graphics, man. When he's walking the spiral and oh, man, it was just beautiful, man. It was just, the different sceneries. You're hopping to different worlds. You're in space. You got action, fights, battles.
Trey said Gail.
Gail, yeah. I figured he was talking about Gail. Yeah. But that's going to be interesting. I think she will be back. Coming up with that, I think she will be back before season 2. She gets the ship, pops up, intercepts her craft, and then we going to see from there. You know what I'm saying? What happens. I don't think she's going to. Because even when she put in to go home, I'm like, what the fuck she going to do on the water world? You know what I mean? Like, you're just going to be swimming and then they ain't going to want you to do no science or no nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then when you come back, all your people dead. Yeah. So, they may have other descendants, but we didn't see her have a brother or sister. Right. So you ain't got no family, no ties. These people hate you. They hate technology and critical, logical thinking. I don't know. I think they got to do something. With Who the Pappy. She did come out of cryo sleep, Trey. Yeah. I think that was more leaning into her probability factors and how she's always running the numbers and how she can kind of predict. But it's not even predicting the future. It's math. She's running the math so quick in her brain that she's configuring shit. And so it looks like she's seeing the future. You know what I'm saying? Right. So the spacers, I think, were modified in kind of similar ways, but no, I don't think she's, full spacer. Even though she did come out of the cryo sleep. Who's the Pappy of who? Tweet to you. Who's she talking about?
She probably, I don't know. I seen that, but I don't know.
Empire ain't got no Pappy. He's a clone. He's a clone after a clone after a clone. If you talking about Empire, man, that boy, and I love that actor, man. He acts so well. I've seen some what is It was this one show used to come on AMC about them being in Silicon Valley and like he was kind of like a snake in Silicon Valley and he jumped from he was a visionary, you know what I'm saying? But he'd take advantage of all these technical people and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Excellent, but he always does crazy like roles in acting. Tweets just put so you ain't on your job, man.
Mine's coming up after you, motherfucker.
What the fuck?
You should be looking at your notes and not looking at the fucking chat.
Hey, I'm done with my notes. I'm good. Don't mind me. Mind your own, baby.
Shit. Because I seen you read it and then
Tweet said, "What if she was supposed to be the new warden for the future? I never seen this, so don't mind me." Yeah, we ain't paying you no attention. Tweets. Go watch Foundation, man. That's definitely a recommendation this week, every week. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna about do it for this week's show, man. Willie, you got a review for us?
Like that.
Yeah, I do have a review for
Let's
y'all.
go.
You know what I'm talking about? I watched the new James Bond, No Time to Die. You know what I'm saying?
And you are a huge Bond fan.
Huge Bond fan. If you do not know, the man in the chair.
Every Bond there is to ever see in the world, even the back shit that nobody ever thinks to watch, the makings of the Bonds, all that kind of shit. I watched that. I don't know, I'm into it. So anyways, you know what I'm saying? I saw No Time to Die. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Amazon. Shout out to the Fire Stick. Shout out to that community. You know what I'm saying? And
Go full screen, Willie.
Yeah, the copy was the copy was so clear. It was so beautiful. I would agree. You know what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and break it down. So this is what happened. So immediately when I watch this, you know, James Bond flicks. James Bond's known for being a player. You know what I mean? He's known for having random women every single time. These women do not carry over. They don't do none of these kind of things. There were so many things that was off of this James Bond. So let me say this first before I say what I'm saying. If you just want to see a movie, this is a good movie to see. Go see it. Okay. If you are a James Bond fan, this is where my review is coming from, by being a fan. You know what I'm saying? So, first of all, that was off James Bond that ran away with a chick from the last James Bond. You know what I'm saying? And they talking about being together and knowing secrets and stuff.
He a sucker for love.
Sucker for love, James Bond, right? And they've done this to this man almost twice now. Almost twice. So, anyways, they're making nothing about his love life. They set this whole movie up just to kill James Bond. To kill him. Now, when this movie comes on, you know, James Bond's out the way with the bitch, you know, problems is arising, they gotta go find them and bring them back in, right?
Right.
When they bring them back in, there's a whole nother 007.
Damn.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all why this is so intricate. James Bond is the only 007.
Right.
From each James Bond movie we see with the characters different, we're supposed to know that the James Bonds are changing.
Right. That's
gonna be 007. That's the you know, he was the top whatever.
Yeah.
So guess who the 007 was?
Who?
It's a black female from Jamaica.
Right.
Was 007.
Right.
Now.
So what's wrong with that?
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with it. Like,
watch this though. Cause he about to make my Miles Morales point. You dig what I'm saying? It's intrinsic to the character. You understand me?
I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. I feel like this. I feel like, you know, don't put too much on a situation. Because our nation isn't there yet. So what I'm saying is, although I can deal with it, you feel me? Like everybody else is not, they're going to be being real disrespectful. And don't nobody want to hear that disrespect. You feel me?
I mean,
and that's what I be on. Like everybody be... You know, some people.
But James Bond was written as a white British man.
100% it was.
So
then I see the boundaries. We shall overcome them. Right. I feel it. But at the same time, they was tripping when the rumor of Idris.
And how does a black woman get access to the same place as a white man get? Like, come on.
Well, you know, eventually in this movie, she gave him back his 00 status. You know what I'm saying? And said, no, you could be James Bond 007. But it left it open because he died.
So her name was James Bond?
No, her name wasn't James Bond, but she was the 007.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So she gave it back to him eventually throughout the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she's supposed to be one of the hardest suckers around. You know, the black girl was going off. You know what I'm saying? One thing that was good about it was they brought back the gadgets. So they had the car.
Let's go.
They did a little bit of something. They had a plane that was dope that went underwater. Like I said, like if you just want to watch a good movie, watch the James Bond. But if you a James Bond fan, you gonna be like, man, why he so pressed on about these bitches? You know what I'm saying? In this movie, you know what I'm saying? Like he's stupid pressed behind him. Then James Bond had a kid. Now, when did James Bond ever had a kid? James Bond, stay with the Plan Bs, baby. What are you talking about?
In the watch.
Yeah, the Plan Bs.
Drink this orange juice, baby. Before I go,
Hey,
let me
I got
see.
breakfast for you. Go ahead.
Slipped up, had a baby. The girl not trying to tell him it's his baby. You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. Then he finally finds out at the end it's supposed to be a heart
James
touching
Bond and baby
you know what I'm
daddy.
saying? But,
Ruby said Jamie Bond.
yeah, it was crazy though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's good cinema. But if you a James Bond fan, for real, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it wasn't enough. Not for me. And I saw they set it up to kill him. Right. But like I said, now it leaves it too wide open. Right. Okay, who am I gonna see? Because these James Bond series not finna stop.
No.
But who am I gonna see on the next? Because I like the white British kind of James Bond character because that's what I'm used to. I'm just saying, don't throw me to the left. Don't have me listening to Run DMC one day, and then you give me Lil Uzi Vert the next day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too.
You gotta give me the gradual change of how we got to this shit.
Saying? Give me that.
You gotta explain to me how we got here.
You know what I'm saying? Give me that. Don't give me, you know what I'm saying, too much. And but right now there is no 007. You know what I'm saying? Because he's out of there. There's no way. And if he comes back, that will be the worst fucking James Bond movie ever.
That was his finale. So
yeah,
you think? How would you like to see them move forward?
But that's what I'm saying. When has anybody ever had a finale James Bond?
Right.
There's never been a fucking finale James Bond. James Bond just goes out and all these explosives. James Bond doesn't die. What you doing?
Yeah.
You supposed to win today and float off with your bitches, and then when the next 007 come on, it's a different dude.
Yeah, it's just a different
different James Bond. Cuz retired. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it. Yeah.
I just came out the academy and shit. I get bitches too.
Hey, I was 005. I was doing really good.
Hey, you ain't even got to explain none of that. Just have him popping his collar and, hey, I'm 007 James Bond, baby.
Yeah.
But what you talking about?
Yeah.
For real.
So, I mean, do I say you watch it? Yeah, watch it. You know what I mean? But it's just too, you can see, man, this was,
so what kind of rating?
A funeral movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
this was a funeral movie. They were just trying to kill him. And then even when you see Buddy playing James Bond, he looks a little with it. Yeah. He looks a little like he's not, you know, a little bit more huskier, heftier, not muscly wise, but kind of, you know, in the cheek area, you know, maybe he needs.
He in his 50s though.
And that's what I'm saying. You
Is
can
he
tell.
really?
He has to be.
Daniel Craig in his 50s,
Damn.
man.
He has to be.
Yeah, he every bit. I think he might be right around 50, 51, but yeah, he in his 50s.
Yeah, he like, y'all gotta fucking leave me alone.
Yeah, he's bad.
And I would definitely rate this as as just the movie to watch. I would definitely rate this 7 out of 10.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? As a James Bond fan, I would definitely give it a 5.
5.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't feel like James Bond dies. I can respect the fact that they brought the cars back and the different gadgets, you know, kind of shit. You know, I can 100% respect that. You know, they even had the
that's a
villain
James
dude without
Bond
looking
fan
crazy
right
and
here.
made it believable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was dope. All of that was dope. But to just lead us on to see him die and to get this nigga a kid, like James Bond ain't never had no motherfucking kid. Why can't this? Now I want to see him raise his kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's he gonna teach the kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, they don't even let you go. They just cut it all off. Then this wretched bitch that he went to go save, you know what I'm saying, floats off with her kid. You know, in the end, while James Bond just getting hit with the missiles, dying and shit. You know what I mean? It was a cold piece, bro. He got poisoned and everything. He was gonna die. That's why I said. So if this came back and they brought the same, there's no way they finished him like that. They finished him to the point there's no way he can come back. Anything's happening. James Bond don't
they
have
started all over from the beginning. Young James, would you like them to have young James Bond? Do you go black? Do you go to black girl?
I think you can go black. Don't get me wrong, because there's black British dudes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I thought Idris was so dope. It's black British dude. But no, I feel like James Bond still need to be seasoned. Fuck all this. Everybody gotta be super young kid bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We can leave that for.
But somebody to age shit. With the role though. You gotta get somebody.
Somebody
maybe
president. You gotta be at least
somebody
35.
like 28.
Somebody 27 27 to 35. Well, 35 kind of high. 27 to 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And somebody who looks more extinguished, not no fucking 19, 22, 23.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely somebody.
Because when you come
I
on,
would-
you're coming off for what, 10 years?
That's what I'm saying. And Daniel Craig went the longest, and you see, he started like, shit, he been Bond for a while. He been 15, 20 years.
Well, and I do want to applaud him.
He been a minute.
I do want to applaud him because he did a great job in those years in those movies that he made. You know what I'm saying? He even did a good job in this movie. You know what I mean? But he did look withered. You will see that as you see it.
He's older. It's only so much that you can keep that up. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? But I do hate how he had to be the Bond that we had to just see die like this. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to do all this. He had a kid. Bond ain't never been all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about killing suits and bitches. That's gadgets, suits, and bitches. That's what Bond is about. It ain't about baby mama.
And what's the drink?
Martini.
That's third.
No, martini. You know what I'm saying?
Shaking not stir.
Shaking not stir.
Isn't there something else I said before? It's a certain type of martini, ain't it?
No, it's not a certain type of martini, but it's a certain type of alcohol. And I need to
vermouth.
It's a certain type of gin.
Some gin. Yeah.
But it's a certain type of it. I forgot what the name was.
And then shaking.
Not stirred.
Every motherfucking time.
Every
You
time.
know what I'm saying? That's just how
So it ain't no
So what you
actors
saying is somebody-
on your mind that you would see. What if they were talking about
cold-blooded scenes? Like I said, it's a good.
What
movie,
about
7 out of 10.
Superman? They was talking about Henry Cavill. He's English. I can see him do it.
I'm saying that's cool. I mean, as far as actors, y'all got more vision.
He'd have to get a little more lean though, but
y'all got more vision for the casting than I do. To me, some people will just surprise you. Some people I think look terrible in roles, dominate them roles.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So casting, I'm not good at that. You know what I'm saying? But I do know if I'm looking at it, if I would like to see it. You know what I'm saying?
To do something different, I'd like to see if I went like a different ethnic, and I might have said this before when you brought it up, but I'd like to see my boy Franklin Saint. You know what I'm saying? As a Bond, as a young Bond. You know he's English. He's from England. But to me,
I do want it to be an Englishman. I
don't want him to honestly be black. For the simple reason.
Why?
Because to me, Bond, a certain part of him is moving in certain crowds. Unfortunately, those circles are still limited for a lot of black
we
folks.
live in a world that all this don't exist.
But we don't. But
the media is a message. So if you putting that message out there, it may make other black people, start.
But we all know, even in certain circumstances, they see Bond, trying to unwrinkle your shirt from dropping off buildings, beating up villains and shit, and walking into this high class place talking about give me a suit jacket. They gonna be like, nigga, get your black ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Shit, is you with the help? Is you the plumber or something?
You got a valid point there.
Yeah, so to me, that kind of takes away and I don't want to think about shit like that when I'm watching Bond. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see a smooth motherfucker,
get
English dude, get bitches, do crazy shit, gadgets, some races. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, when I look at so many movies that I like after that or follow even Fast and Furious done turned in kind of like a Bondish type franchise. You know what I'm saying?
Like everybody been taking advantage of what Bond was good for, what Bond set the tone and standard for. And everybody else has been taking advantage of it. So it's good to see him going back to it. Like I said, it's definitely an entertaining movie. I'm just a Bond head, and I've invested a lot of hours of my life into watching James Bond. You know what I mean? And I give it 5. You know what I mean? Because I just didn't like. I've never seen it happen like that.
Remember, that's if you're a Bond fan. They gave it a 7 as a whole if you want to just watch the movie.
Just watching the movie, though. Yeah, because they got the action in there. They got a cold little Puerto Rican piece that in the beginning. And Bond didn't even get the, you know what I mean? Man, that's what I'm saying. He didn't even clap them
that ain't Bond. That ain't Bond, man.
Even the black girl, the new 007 girl, soon as I saw her, she came in. I was like, oh, he about to clap them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, what? Man clapping no cheeks, bro. Just the one girl cheek that's supposed to be his baby mama.
Oh, no. That ain't Bond, baby.
But no, that's what they made him into.
Yeah.
They made it all.
I ain't with the politically correct Bond like that.
they did Bond like that, bro.
Bond's supposed to be out here mashing Popeyes.
Yeah.
Hey, and man, speaking of Bond, man, I want to take a second. R.I.P. to Sean Connery. You know what I'm saying? The coldest Bond of them all. He used to slap him on the ass like this here. Yeah, he just passed. He just passed within this last week, man. So R.I.P. to a legend, you know.
Man, love for Sean.
Man, one of the coldest to ever do it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Man, I love Sean Connery.
My dad's favorite Bond.
Sean Connery. What, man? Yeah. If you know, for us Blerds, man, you know him from The Rock. You know him from Highlander. You know what I'm saying? Winnie in.
From everything.
Yeah. But just, you know, on some little sci-fi type, you know, in our genre.
What was the submarine one?
Hunt for Red October. Man. Yeah, he cold. Or what was the one? Oh man, with the crazy one where
the medieval one too. He was in.
Yeah, he was in some like King Arthur shit. And then he was in this one. Is like I want to say Benicio del Toro directed this shit. Like
there's one
exemplary.
League of
Extraordinary. Yeah, gentlemen. Yeah.
But as soon as you said it, I was like, this one I see in my head and I can't get it out.
Man, I could not think of it for the longest, but yeah. So he's been in some great movies, man. R.I.P. to a legend, man. Any recommendations this
week?
Said
was excellent.
Exemplary. I knew it was some big ass word, man.
Recommendation wise this week, man. I'm very busy with school, so the time that I do get, I'm catching up on the ones that I'm liking that y'all been putting me on, which would be Foundation right now. It's kind of got my attention.
Yeah, no doubt. Great show. Check out Invasion. I haven't had the opportunity to check it out yet. Trey, let us know. I don't know if you're watching that yet. Let me know if your thoughts.
Next week,
Hit Monkey comes next week. Comes out next week. I do want to give a shout out real quick. One of my favorite shows, Wu-Tang, has been approved for a third and final season. So season 3 is coming on Hulu, but it's going to be the final season of that, which I think is cool. It'll wrap it up. Nice little story of how Wu-Tang turned into the Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? That's going to do it for me. You guys had anything else for the people?
That's it. We love you.
Oh, The Hard Way. What's it called? On Netflix. The new Black Western. I know they ain't in our
Listen, I got like 40 minutes left.
The harder they fall.
I had to stop midway, or I had like 40 minutes left.
Man.
Listen, it's fire, son.
Man.
It's fire, son.
Hey, I like a good
don't
Western.
Fucking spoil it for me.
I like black movies.
I almost made it through the show without it.
Hey, the fast draw, my boy.
Listen, shut the fuck up.
I didn't get my boy like that.
Listen, I'm not done yet.
You ain't watching yet, Willie?
Nah, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Stop.
Watch it. Have that review for next week.
I'm gonna finish it at the gym. I'm gonna finish it.
Listen, if you haven't seen it, it's doing well on Netflix, but it can do even better. Produced by the greatest MC of all time, the GOAT himself, Sean Corey Carter. You know what I'm talking about? The billionaire boy. You feel me? Carter and Carter. You know, and it's dope too. All the
Jay-Z movie.
Yeah. Jay-Z and some other people.
You would swear to God, the opening scenes, you could be like, did Quentin Tarantino make this movie?
Yeah, a little bit. It's on.
Hey, Quentin.
You feel the vibe of Django on there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, somebody said.
I'm at the rush to see.
Hey, listen,
like
Twitter wild.
Yeah. Well, as far as blacks in that time period.
I thought it was going to be a cheesy movie.
No. That motherfucker.
It's fire.
That's why I took my time to
No, it's fire.
Bro, it's very good. It was one of them things where everybody was referring it, and I was interested because, like I said, I love a good waist high. You know what I'm saying?
You see that shot to Chadwick Boseman?
Yeah, that's something else. You know, they had the buildings. That's why I say Carter and Carter General Store. They had Tata over here. I was like, Tata. You know, they got all these Chadwick Boseman on one of the buildings. You know, just all these little things of cast and crew and giving little honors and tips of the cap. But, man, it was amazing. I didn't think it was going to be that great. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking, okay, typical maybe lower tier Netflix movie, blah, blah, blah. Sean Corey Carter, you know, I'm going to support my guy. You feel me? I'm sleepy. I'm about to go to sleep one night, turned it on. Bruh, I woke up and was watching it like, yo, Dick, watch out. Oh, hold on. Hey,
listen.
It's going down. Action from front to back. Good storyline. You don't know which side to pick because you're liking all the characters. You know what I'm saying? Even though they're all pretty much pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, damn, they kind of cool. They going after them, and they trying to trick them and get this. Man, then you got my boy come in, steal a couple scenes.
Joe.
You done got there.
Okay.
If you only got 45 minutes left when he eating the steak. My
Oh,
boy
yeah,
from
yeah,
Blackish.
yeah.
You watch Blackish, right?
Yeah.
You know the wacky friend.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's in there, man. He gives some pretty cool scenes, and then it's like, nigga. But then he come back still at the end, and you respect like the position that he was in back in them times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, it's definitely a top tier recommendation. The Harder They Fall. Definite great movie, man. It's gonna be it's outstanding. Let's keep it in the top 10 on Netflix, man. But that's gonna wrap it up for us, man. Check us out on Facebook. Check the fan YouTube page channel out. Check the group page out. Blerd Gang, BLERD Gang. You know what I'm talking about? Man, follow us right here, exclusively on the Immaculate Network.
Subscribe.
Share, like, you know, all that. Y'all know how the algorithm works, man. Y'all familiar with YouTube. Hit that share button, hit that like button. You want to see more content like that, like this, put it in the comments. Tell us what you want to see, what you want to see us review, what you want to talk about. Get in the chat. Become a member of the Blerd Gang, man. You heard me? We don't die, we multiply, baby. Man, follow us next week, Wednesdays, right around 6 o'clock. Blerd, same Blerd time, same Blerd channel, exclusively on the Immaculate Network, man. We gone.
We out.
Marvel at the way that we make moves. It's strange how the squatters exposed. Give me West fuels. Bitch, still 2020, boy, I got the best fuels. Make a woman wanna give me skin like Deadpool. Cooped out early Bruce Wayne with the McMuffin, the flash stain. Walking when the boy press this button. Call it what you want, homeboy, but I'm big stunting. If I hulk out, your baby mama gon' miss something.
Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment.
Somewhere where you can find some introspection, where it's just us, some bias and not to suggest it. Tune and discuss some bias and true to opinions. If you got questions on your mind, you're welcome to mention. Let's say your favorite chases bullets, moving at the speed of sound. Takes a bow before they pull it, then he leaps a single bound. Look, up in the sky, his insignia and cow. What's your favorite neighborhood? Web swinger on the prowl, then dial the collective. Word, to get some melanin perspective. Blerd, left it fell first, I know you get the proper amount served. Whatever you prefer, brought live and unrehearsed.
Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias, but everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias, but everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias, but everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment.
It's like a quick lick of the fingertip, the page, you gotta turn it. The graphics tend to pop out and excitement starts to churn it. Now I might be a little geeky, but feel me, when I'm surrounded by the Blerd Gang, I'm keeping it G. Twisted plots, interwoven multiverses and shit souped up. Omega level, skipping planets, avenging on God. I'm kinda low-key, but somewhat of a riddler. Keep a Hawkeye on that big three, bang that King Kong like Godzilla.
Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias, with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment. Blerd Gang, a society of just us. Forwards bias, with everyone invited. Tune in as we discuss and theorize it. We all super in this heroic environment.